All right, what is up, everybody? Welcome into today's edition of In the Game. I am your host, Hustle, and as always, we're going to be diving into the NFT gaming, crypto gaming landscape today as the next biggest node opportunity is around the corner, and the sale is happening today as the Myria token has just gone live and the Myria public node sale is upon us. We have directions and instructions on exactly how to get involved, what are the prices, what you need to do to be able to acquire a node, and ultimately, what are the requirements to run the node and what will be the reward system. I think that's the biggest speculation. Everyone saw the success of the Gala founders nodes. This is comparable within this ecosystem. We'll talk about if it's going to be a worthwhile investment, as well as the rewards that you could expect as a node operator in the Myria ecosystem. Let's dive into it. Like the video down below if you enjoy the content here on In the Game and on Crypto Banter every single day, and subscribe for more shows here on the channel. Quick shout out to our sponsors, Bybit, one of the leading crypto exchanges across the entire space. NordVPN, always navigate safely across crypto, never expose your location or your IP address. NordVPN down below. Vulcan Forge, one of the leading gaming studios, upcoming blockchains with the Elysium blockchain, and Metaverse as a service with the Metascapes platform. SIDUS Heroes, one of the leading AAA intergalactic experiences in Web3 gaming. And last but not least, sign up for Sniper School down below, free trading course to get your feet wet and get kind of your strategy in this market trading crypto. Free course link down below for all of our sponsors as well in the description. And as we're seeing here, the Myria token is now live. Myria is one of the biggest building, and right now it's basically under the radar, and they've been building relentlessly ever since their announcement a year ago that Myria is coming to, is going to come to the space. Once Myria announced, it was very comparable to what Gala Games ecosystem is going to do. They also have a layer 2 solution, zero gas fees, high scalability and security. And if you just take a look at the depth of the games coming to the platform, there's definitely a lot of games building on Myria. It's undeniable that this network is going to have some activity, and the Myria token is going to be utilized throughout these games and throughout these ecosystems. I mean, I'm still scrolling. Like, there's so many games coming to the Myria platform. So the question becomes, what is going to be the node ecosystem? What are the benefits? How do you get involved? We're going to go over all of that in this video. So the Myria token is live, and the Myria token right now is kind of doing that normal trend that a new token does. I would honestly expect an uptrend here once those node purchases start going live, and once this gets listed more places, because not everyone does use, Uniswap or these decentralized exchanges. Right now, it's only listed on OKX and KuCoin, but I do see much more listings coming in the future for something like Myria at a $378 million market cap. Total supply is going to be 50 billion Myria. And right now, the token is just kind of in that middle ground. But I do expect a big jolt and a big upward movement once people are accumulating Myria to get involved in the node sale. So the node sale will happen on April 7th, which is today, if you're watching this video. The Myria node sale begins on the 7th, and the launch and support for the node software in VPS to operate the Myria node will commence on April 13th. You need a MetaMask wallet to be able to, get involved. You need to have Myria tokens in your wallet, and the user must deposit a sufficient amount of Myria tokens into their Myria wallet to be able to purchase a node. The node licenses are going to be capped at 40,000, and the price of the Myria nodes are going to gradually go up over time. The way it's Dutch auction-ish, but it's not a Dutch auction. There's going to be a price ladder, which will show that price ladder here in just a second. And the price will increase by the ever-increasing utility and benefits of operating. It will be offset by the benefits, they say, of operating a Myria node. So operating the node doesn't require any special skills or technological, a lot of people hear nodes and they think it's really overcomplicated, when in reality, you just download a software and you're up and running. The specifications that you will need to run this type of a software on your computer is 4 gigabytes of RAM, 2 CPU cores, 60 gigabytes of disk space. So you need a lot of storage space, 60 gigs, an x86 or x64 processor, stable internet connection, obviously, to be able to run a node that's validating the ecosystem, and the operating system, either Windows 10, Mac OS 10.10, or Ubuntu 20.04. I can honestly say I've never heard of that in my life. Most people here are probably going to be using Windows 10 or Mac OS. So those will be the suitable operating systems. And you'll just need to download their software, which they'll post the download link, retrieve your API key, and input the key into the software. Ensure the node is on, making the device available to the network. And then you'll be able to see if your Myria node is operational. Those will get going on April 13th, as mentioned. But the biggest thing that comes out of this, right? You're not just buying a node for the sake of it. You're not just buying a node just because you want to be involved in, supporting the ecosystem. There is rewards on the back end for node operators. And we all know the Gala nodes had massive success. The Gala nodes help secure the Gala network. And as a node operator, you would receive daily distributions, whether NFTs, Gala items, Gala coins, Townstar coins. Anyone who early adopted those founders nodes really made out like a bandit in today's day and age. And they were just a massive success. So will the Myria ecosystem pan out the exact same way? I would say the amount of games on the ecosystem definitely has limitless potential for how much the network's going to be utilized, how much the marketplace is going to be utilized, and what you can do with the token on their L2 network. But the thing you want to look out for, over 1/3, so over 16.6 billion of the token supply is reserved for node emissions. This is pretty substantial. So the node ecosystem is going to dominate the token supply, with 36% of it reserved for node operators. The rewards for running a node are based on the following: adoption, sustainability, and increased scarcity over time, as the distribution of Myria tokens will reduce over the years, while the demand and utility of Myria are expected to increase. To be eligible, you would need to run your node for the minimum of 6 hours a day, every 24 hours. There will be a point system involved, and the amount of Myria you receive will depend on the number of distributed points during the cycle. There's formulas here to kind of go over it. If you have a computer that runs 24/7 with a VPS, you're actually able to just get 24 hours worth of points, then this is probably going to be a massive, massive play for you to get involved and maybe have some passive earnings, passive rewards in the background just for validating the network. Node operators can claim their Myria tokens early, but they'll be subject to a claim fee. So the Myria tokens are automatically distributed to your wallet, and this is it's after a 7-day period. This is an incentivize This is to incentivize the stability of the price and the Myria token to prevent constant sell pressure, keeping the Myria token within the ecosystem. Now, the big question that comes up is, what is the price? What is the cost to run the Myria nodes? Because, yeah, the upside potential here is very high. I honestly think that due to the fact that 36% of the tokens here are going to be allocated to node operators, that's a big chunk of the pie. You know, you're getting a huge chunk of a $350 million valuated token as we speak at this moment in time. But what is the price, and how does the pricing system work? Well, let me blow this page up a little bit because it looks a little small on the presentation. So how much does it cost to purchase a Myria node? The price escalation will continue until the sale of 40,000 nodes. So the price of a node is determined by 3 things: the price ramp, the price increment, and the batch size. So the batch size is going to be how many are sold at each price, right? So batch number 1, only 49 nodes at the lowest price. The price here is going to be $4,500. Before you go running in the chat box and talking about it's expensive, you know, very overpriced, etc. If you look at comparable ecosystems, some of the nodes you have to run are between $1,200 to $5,000. I think the pre-sale for Myria nodes was a little bit more inexpensive than this, but this is the public sale where everyone can get involved. You don't have to be whitelisted. If you have that capital and you want to get involved in the ecosystem and be a long-term validator and get those Myria rewards over time, 36% of the token supply. It starts at 4,500. Then it starts going up in price ramp increments of $5, $10, $20, $40, $80, $160, $320, $512, and $819. If you fall into this last batch, the nodes are going to start at $26,000 and they will end at $40,000. So you can see where the scarcity falls in here, right? Yes, it's expensive. Illuvium ran a very similar node sale, or not node sale, land sale, where it started off super expensive, but you know, you trickled down and you bought at the value that you felt was proper. Honestly, I think that it would probably be worth taking a shot at it. Obviously, you have to assess your risk reward as an investor on your behalf. I think this, to me, is the limit that I would get into the ecosystem. So I'm highlighting a high price of 5,925. And personally speaking, I don't really see it. Like, I think if you get involved on the first day or first couple of days, I think you can very easily fall into this price range. They are decently expensive, but you have to think of the long-term rewards. You also have to think of, if Myria is here for 10 years, you're going to get rewards for 10 years worth of time from this ecosystem. Once all their games go live, once the plethora and the portfolio of games that we're looking at here are operating and using the network, I mean, I do think this is a very, very high upside play. The risk reward, in my opinion, is worth taking a shot. And like I said, I think that's the price ramp limit that I would look to cap at myself, is 5,925. But the starting price is going to be 4,500, and it will increase after that every 3,724 nodes that are sold. So as mentioned, I think you have a very good shot of getting in under that batch 5, where I think the price starts getting a little bit escalated for anyone's liking. And I think long term, with 36% of the token rewards allocated towards node operators and the token being worth 350 million in a complete bear market, I think it's a pretty good risk reward, and you're betting on an ecosystem of, I believe, 100+ games at this moment in time. 100+ games here on Myria's platform. It's a risk I'd be willing to take. This is never financial advice, but whenever you see a new node ecosystem pop up on a very popular project, you have to assess it and whether it's going to be worth your while or not. It's something that I'm going to be taking a shot at, and this is exactly how you would get started as well, running a node on the Myria ecosystem. Will this be the next Gala Founders node? That's left to be seen. Long term will tell. But I think backing this number of games on a network, probably a decent, I would say it's a decent risk reward for the future. And I want my slice of the pie of that 36% reward. So I'll be looking to get involved underneath batch 5 if possible. So guys, like the video if you enjoy the content here on In the Game. Let me know your thoughts down below on Myria, on the node ecosystem. Are you going to get involved? Do you think it has the potential to be like the Gala Founders nodes? I mean, this is something that you definitely need to take a look at. If you missed Gala Founders nodes, I think this is probably the next best opportunity as far as an ecosystem goes. And knowing Brendan and the team over at Myria, they have been relentlessly building. So I'll be looking to get involved. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. If you're bullish on the future of Myria and the node ecosystem, I'll be back on Monday, as always, with another show. Play well, my friends.